Welcome to a new episode of Style Chats. It's Quinn and
Melissa.
so we're doing something a little bit different. This is the start of our series called Quality Check, and we're going to be breaking down what the quality looks like, worded by quality, and really how to put that together towards the end. What else you got to say, Mo?
And we're gonna teach you how to basically establish your personal style. A lot of the videos that we've been making have been just kind of give you tidbits of information here and there, but we decided let's start at the baseline. Let's start at the very bottom at the number one spot, and then we'll work our way up. Because having personal style or creating your personal style more so is your own personal journey. You can't copy anyone, you can't emulate anyone, you have to do it yourself. Because I can be wearing this and it will never look good on you, I'm telling you that much. But whatever you decide to put together may not even look good on me. It's up to you to create your personal style. So let's go.
And to add on to that as well, crafting personal style is expressing who you are on the inside, on the outside. So also really talking about what does expression look like. Also giving examples of expression as well as we also are going to do. So we're going to be spreading out through a couple of multi-episode series. So stay tuned.
Let's start with the baseline. You have to use your senses. How does the clothing feel? How does it look? How does it taste? Don't taste your clothes. But it has to feel good to you. We're starting here because it doesn't look very good, but it feels really nice. So do you want something? Do you want something that just feels nice and doesn't look good? You want both. You want both of those. Not only does it have to feel good on your hand, it has to feel good against your skin. What does it feel like on your body? Because you're gonna be wearing this piece for hours on end. So you have to make sure that it's comfortable on you, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. So let's move on. It looks really nice, but it doesn't feel very good. And that's where the quality comes into account. This brand, I don't know much about democracy, but there ain't no democracy here because it doesn't look that great. So you have to be able to clock this on the rack. Once you're able to clock it on the rack, you stop wasting your time and you move on to the next item. Like for instance, this.
Yeah, I hear that from here.
It's a very crunchy material. I wouldn't want to wear it, but I do like the pattern. It's beautiful, but it just won't be comfortable on me, and I know that for a fact. So when you're in that predicament, you just move on.
And just like Mel talked about, we're talking about feeling how the clothes sound. Well, of course, not how they sound, but how they feel in your fingers. But also how they sound is representative of how quality is that material. Because if you could come to an item and you could hear in your hands, you see, you can put that to the microphone. You don't want to have clothes that you can hear. You want to have clothes that elegantly slide across the skin. It adds to you. It doesn't remove from you. So if you come around this rack here, we have some different kind of shirts here, but the most important thing is looking for the shirt that feels the best. And for me, the number one thing I look for in clothing now is it cotton, or is it wool? Is it a higher end material? Because the higher end the material, the better it feels on the skin and it lasts longer. Buying 100% wool versus a 50-50 mix of polyester, it's not gonna last as long.
You want something natural. Those are the best materials.
Exactly. So the more natural the fibers, the longer they last.
Yes.
And let's see, for this shirt right here, I have the color. It's made in Peru. Might be a good or bad thing. But come peep this right here. Come look, it says 100% cotton. You want something that says 100% cotton. Because if it's made out of one thing, like we could even factor with food. If your food's made with one ingredient, it's the highest quality. But if it's mixed with multiple things, it's not the best. So where it sees 100% cotton. And another thing too, you always want to check these tags. These tags are very important because it gives a breakdown of where the clothes is made, what's the material, so on and so forth. So I will keep this as a number one reference point. If you're looking for a shirt, pants, whatever, even pants, like spin around here real quick, Mo. We have some pants right here. I don't know what Mavi is, but we're about to find out. So we got a pair of Mavi jeans. Nice little dark color, mid to dark wash on this one. So look for the tag right here. Boom. Peep the tag, 80%, 87% cotton. And we have polyester. So this is a mix. So this might be a little iffy on longevity. It's gonna feel stiff a little bit if you kind of feel the stiffness right there. It's not that great. But if you want something in the pinch that's not gonna hurt your pocketbook too bad, then you can get a blend. But I would highly recommend one fabric to rule them all. That's it.
Wow, look at this. This is something that I would totally gravitate towards. It has a great feel, a nice heaviness to it, a good stretch. For women, we are always looking for something that's going to flatter us no matter what phase we're going through. Our body changes all through the month, so we need to find something that changes with us, which is why it's important to find quality material that's going to change with you and make you feel beautiful in every single thing that you wear. And it's important for you to feel as soft as you look. That's how I see it. If you want to feel dainty, as the kids are saying, or if you want to feel soft or you want to feel gentle, it starts with the clothes. And your clothes are literally your name tag. That's your name tag. That's your announcement to the world. So make sure that you announce it exactly how you want. You want to be soft and you want to be delicate and sultry. Make sure that your clothes matches that image.
So let's do a tag check on that.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is actually from Max Studios, which is a bit of a pricier brand. Originally it's 178, but now it's 44. But it feels, yeah, I might get it. Let's look at the tag. So as you can see, this is 80% viscose, 20% polyester. Granted, viscose is a bit more natural, but polyester is more man-made. But because it's mostly natural, it feels really, really good. You can't hear it. Listen, you can't hear it.
Silence.
It feels really soft, and you can tell that it'll form and shape to your body no matter what phase you're in. Even if you gain a little bit or lose a little bit, you want to find clothes that adapt to you. You don't want to adapt to your clothes.
The thing we always check out for, especially in shoes, is we're looking at leather versus rubber soles. Now, leather has been introduced as a new sole type because it helps with traction. Leather shoes, if you don't have good stability in your walking, you will fall. And I've almost fell many times because since the floor is slippery and leather doesn't really have traction on it or grip on it, you're gonna fall. So that's why we have rubber soles that's been introduced over the years. But the thing with leather soles is sometimes, look how chunky this is. It makes it a bit thicker, silhouette is not as nice, and it's an overall bigger shoe because the rubber at the bottom has been added thickness to the shoe. So we also have a leather one, and look how thin the leather one is. When you come to a leather shoe, clean, super clean silhouette. It's very thin because the leather is very thin as well. But like I mentioned before, if you don't have proper stability, you will have some problems.
You have to learn how to walk with these.
And especially, not even walking, but having proper stability and being very mindful of the floor you're walking on. Because there's times I'm walking and my foot slips. I'm just walking regularly, but since there's irregularity with the traction with leather versus tile, I think even on carpet, you can have a horrible time on carpet. Rubber's gonna save you on carpet. This is not gonna save you. You gotta save yourself. But for the aesthetic alone, I mean, if you look at both of these, it's obvious what choice you're gonna go with. You're gonna go with the leather one because it's thinner, sleeker, it's nicer. Also, leather is gonna cost you a little bit more, but for the silhouette, let me even throw my shoes in here. Look at the silhouette of my shoe. Leather sole.
Yeah, I would fall.
So you gotta be very mindful where you're walking, because it's like driving in the car. Traction control is when the tire detects that there's slip, it slows down. So you gotta slow down and walk a little slower to survive in these.
And it's a good thing to walk slower because people can see your outfit.
If you want to put that in there as well, yeah. So we have another option in Wear as Hell. So this is a fusion. So this is a leather rubber fusion. This is a more popular one. A little less it's more cost effective as well. So what they do is they give you a leather bottom, but in the middle where you tap to hit the floor, you get some rubber on the inside. So that helps our grips as well. Same here, this is a fusion. This is actually strictly wood, but this is your only saving grace right here. So as soon as you step, you're not gonna slide forward like I just slid forward. The rubber's gonna catch you and it's gonna stop you. So always keep an eye out because we have 3 different types of shoes here. So we have full leather, hybrid, and then rubber. So if you wanna get nice shoes and you wanna save yourself, do the fusion. If you wanna be a brave person, do the regular one. Do the leather one. And if you want to just save money overall, just get complete rubber soles.
To piggyback on what Quinn said, quality is a little different for women when it comes to shoes. We have a lot of mixed quality because we buy more, women buy more, so therefore they're gonna produce more. So they produce more of a range of quality from really low to really high. So here we're in the designer section, so we can see what real quality women's shoes look like. And typically, in my experience, whenever I look at a designer shoe, I know immediately because it has more intricacies, it has more details, it has more of a flair. More common items are usually cheaper, but something that is a bit more unique, especially with women's shoes, you'll find it here. So example, this caught my eye immediately because of the color. I don't see shoes this color that often. It feels amazing. And we're gonna do that tap test that Quentin does. And it sounds amazing too. I know this is gonna last me forever because compared to the shoes that I'm wearing now, and these shoes, it feels like night and day. And I am a cheap person, don't get me wrong. Not like Quinn, I'm kind of cheap. So I do gravitate towards things that are a little bit cheaper. But I always, whenever I'm browsing, I always, the quality of designer products always catches my eye because they always add a little bit more. It's always handcrafted. They always pay attention to the details more than a factory could that mass produces these items. So what I'm looking for is vibrant colors, which is here and here. That means that the quality is a little bit better, that sturdiness. And I'm also looking for a unique pattern or a unique feature. Like, look at this. I'm pretty sure that's a real ostrich. I'm pretty sure. But it feels really good. It's lightweight in my hand. And I know that it'll be so cute on my feet. You gotta go quality. The better the quality, the better you feel, and the longer it'll last you, and you're saving money in the long run. Take a look at this shoe right here. This is an Alexander Wang shoe. It is so comfortable. It is the edgiest thing I've ever seen. Where do you see a shoe that looks like this anywhere? That's what I mean when I talk about designer shoes. They take their time. They plan out these details for a reason. It's for their brand to really speak for themselves. That's their name is in the shoe. Look at this. Look at it. Where have you ever seen anything like this in your life? Alexander Wang. That's where.
So as you saw earlier, we gave different examples of different kinds of textures, different kinds of fabrics, what to look for and what not to look for. And we're gonna wrap it all up in this obvious section of this delivery. So we're gonna talk about the reason of, why do you want to be fresh, or why do you want to dress better? And why do you want to be fresh? Why do you want to dress better? And I guess most of all, what will this help you do as you further on in life? Because I realize the better you dress, the easier life gets, because people are going to treat you differently, people are going to talk to you differently, and you're going to be put in a different bracket versus someone who doesn't dress as nice. So just spend the extra effort to dress a little bit nicer, make sure your shoes are polished, make sure your clothes are clean, make sure you're doing things that make it look like you're a better looking person, even if you're not. It could be a facade, but always dressing better makes you feel better when you walk out the door. We have to say that, Mel.
I totally agree. If you feel good, it exudes in every single thing that you do, and it just makes your life easier, like Quinn said. And I can give you a little bit of advice on how you can even capture your personal style in the first place. Start by dressing in a way that makes you uncomfortable. If you feel uncomfortable, you're headed in the right direction. You are. But you just have to push through. I like to call it push through the clown. Once you push through the clown line, you'll be able to go into the personal style line. Most people stop because they feel stupid. That is you exploring something that you've never done before. If you're uncomfortable, that's a good thing. Once you push past that discomfort, you can really be creative and use your mind to put things together that you typically wouldn't, and you'll be so surprised on how amazing you feel because you put it together. Push through the clown. He has a different way of saying it, though.
So, and in that instance, I would call that more going through the unknown, because even when I first started, I was wearing things that, to me, it felt really strange, but that was because my confidence didn't reach the level of the kind of clothes I was wearing yet. And we can even factor that in with adding more confidence, being feeling better by yourself, because the more you put good clothes on, you're gonna feel better. But the clothes are gonna be at one level, and you're gonna be there. So you gotta reach to level to your clothes. So it doesn't feel like the clothes are wearing you. You're wearing the clothes.
Exactly.
Which kind of happens to some people sometimes, where they wear like a big statement piece, and it's so bright, and then that piece is getting all the admiration, all that stuff. And you're not, because you're feeling, oh, this piece is above me. I'm not where this piece is at. So that's a confidence thing you're gonna have to work on as well. Get your confidence to the point where whatever you put on, you know it's good because you put it together. And when you've had that feeling that no matter what you put on is good, that's it.
Exactly, I totally agree. And I think that the question that you need to ask yourself is, what is my motivation to be fresh? What is it? Personally, my motivation to be fresh is, if I'm not doing something creative with myself, whether it be my hair, my clothes, my work, anything, I feel like I am disintegrating. That's the best way I can describe it. I feel like I'm disintegrating, and I don't feel like I'm existing to my full potential. So my motivation to being fresh is to challenge myself on how far can I push it every single day. How far can I push it? How far can I take it? And how comfortable am I? Like, what's my comfort level today, and how in the farness I will take it? Which is why every single day I get up and I get dressed and I push the envelope further and further and further, because that's just me. That's my motivation. What's your motivation, Quentin?
I would say the biggest thing for me was I just wanted to dress better, because I saw guys that at the time, to me, that they looked, they're dressing well, and they were having cool interactions. They're like around these different environments. So I decided for myself, like, well, if I can get into that kind of atmosphere because of dressing better, why not give it a shot? And I was just starting my photography business at that time, so I had to dress better when I go to these networking events so I could get clientele. So as things went along and worked together, well, wow, what I did actually worked over time. So then it just became a compound effect. You pull up every time you're wearing something nice, people come compliment you, that opens the door. Or you go somewhere else, you go networking, that opens the door. No matter where you go, dressing appropriately or just dressing good in general is always going to have people interested in you.
Yes.
And then that opens the door for you to get way more things you ever bargained for.
And to reiterate on that point, not only does it make you feel good to dress well, people remember you. When they're gonna see you the next time, they're gonna be like, wow, I remember that outfit that person did. You don't want to dress like everyone else. Exactly. People always remember me. They're gonna remember me. But the fact is that you make people remember you a little bit more. You make people want to get to know you a little bit more. It's dressing up nicely is just an expression of your insides. Your insides on the outside. That's all it is. But the fact is, when you dress nice, you feel better, people treat you better, and it's just being in the caliber that you're supposed to be in, aligning yourself with where you're supposed to be at. If you're dressing regularly every single day, you're not living your best life. You're not expressing yourself to your fullest potential. Why not do that every day? And it doesn't necessarily have to be maximalist like me or like Quinn. You can be anything that makes you feel the best is right for you.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. I can't stand when influencers are like, dress like me, you'll be successful. Dress like this and you'll reach to point B or point A. It's never like that. Everybody has their own experience, everybody has their own timeline, and everybody is experiencing their own lives in a different way. You are responsible for creating your own personal style. And there's nothing to it besides that.
And to even add on to the point where we mentioned that it was just dressing up in general. Just don't put on your favorite shoes, put on your favorite shirt, your favorite pants, anything that adds more to you as a person on a day-to-day basis, that makes you feel better, that raises your energy just that little bit more. It's gonna be a huge ripple effect that you're gonna see down the line. Because when people start to say, oh, you're different, or oh, you seem happier, something triggered that. And let that be closed, because that's a quick way to get that boost, that serotonin boost really quickly. And you're just able to duplicate that on a day-to-day basis. Like, oh man, I wake up feeling that great, so I put on my favorite shoes, or put my favorite top, bottom, my favorite accessory.
Exactly.
And that's gonna just give you that slight boost, like, to make your day run a little better. So what you got for some closing thoughts, Mo?
And one more thing before we close. If you have that piece in your closet that you're waiting for that special occasion, there's no special occasion. You are the occasion. Wear it today. Wear it in the house. Wear it to go grocery shopping. You are the occasion. Don't you ever forget that. Every time I get my hair done, my nails done extravagantly on a random Tuesday, they're asking me what the occasion is. I say, me. I'm the occasion. And that's how you need to be walking every single day. Celebrate yourself like you are the occasion. If you feel like you have a dress in your closet that you want to hold on to for the perfect occasion, no, wear it to work tomorrow. I challenge you. I challenge you to wear it tomorrow. So to close on this, our most important point here is you are responsible for your personal style. You are the one to take your elevation from one spot to another. Not that influencer you're looking at, not that fashion designer, not the celebrity. You are the one that's responsible for elevating your style, and nobody else. What do you have to say, Cliff?
I mean, I would say ditto to that, because honestly, that's what it is at the end of the day. Just make it super easy. If you have to rely on external circumstances or factors, you could do that. But overall, just find things you like, put them together, and like even if they feel strange initially, as you do them over and over time, it's gonna feel natural. That's all I got. So we'll definitely catch you in the next one. We have a second episode coming very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. Later. Speeding. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Take a look at this shoe right here. This is an Alexander Wang shoe. It is so comfortable. It is the edgiest thing I've ever seen. Where do you see a shoe that looks like this anywhere? That's what I mean when I talk about designer shoes. They take their time. They plan out these details for a reason. It's for their brand to really speak for themselves. That's their name is in the shoe. Look at this. Look at it. Where have you ever seen anything like this in your life? Alexander Wang. That's where.